So how is it going, Dank Division? Dank Dan here, and for your viewing pleasure, I'm actually using footage that's over a decade old. Yeah, this is footage of me playing Black Ops 2 back when I was in high school a decade ago. Oh, that aged me drastically. But more importantly, let's talk about why we're here. What exactly is this video about? This video is, of course, about the news that broke pretty much this morning in regards to the fan project known as SM2. Now, for those of you who don't know what SM2 was, SM2 was a project that was taking the old school 2009 engine of Modern Warfare from years upon years ago and taking all of the best maps, all of the guns, camos, etc., and throwing it into one game. Pretty much, this project was started about 2 years ago in response to people complaining that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered only had the campaign. There was no Spec Ops, there was no multiplayer, and people were begging for it. So what happens? A couple of people start getting together and it starts to become bigger. You have people then working on an unofficial multiplayer that was set to only be available on PC. So we all kind of twiddled our thumbs, and let's face it, we all thought the same thing. Okay, any minute now Activision's going to pull this. But initially, when this mod was being worked on, you had to own Modern Warfare 2 on the PC in order to play it. You also had it that it was on an older engine. There was going to be no profit made off of this project. And then today the news broke that the devs working on this game received a cease and desist letter, and as of this morning, they are getting rid of the whole thing. They're stopping the whole project in its entirety, and they are not going to take any action to change that. So that now leaves us in an interesting area, because on one side you have people going, you finally had a chance for Call of Duty level gameplay to actually be entertaining again. Because let's face it, the gameplay that I'm watching and reminiscing about in the background, I see at least one name that's on there. There's a person I used to play with by the name of Jordan. We used to play Call of Duty religiously because the gameplay was fun, the mechanics were entertaining, everything about COD was relatively enjoyable, and then all of a sudden it just stopped and became something negative. It became something that people weren't enjoying, where it feels like everything is about money rather than stuff being about just simply being able to enjoy the game. And let's face it, Modern Warfare 2 started off as a decent start and then just tanked after Season 1. Similar to what happened with Vanguard. Similar to how if we didn't have COVID, I guarantee you that Modern Warfare 2019 seasons would have tanked. But because we were all stuck at home and had nothing better to do, that's what we had. But where does that leave us? Because on one side, yes, I do understand how the copyright laws work, and the fact that when they changed the engine to the Modern Warfare Remastered engine and didn't require you to have to buy anything from Activision, yeah, sure, of course, legal action was going to get taken. Who didn't see this coming? But at the same time, it does put a sour taste in everyone's mouth. Why? Because it was a little glimmer of hope. It was a light at the end of the tunnel. Because Call of Duty is not in a good place. The official game is taking a massive shit on just about anyone and everyone. Ranging from the casual players to the pro players to content creators, all across the board, people are suffering trying to make it through the game. And to top it all off, for those of you going, well, you're touching their intellectual property, you're using their assets. You had it that this year, before they even did this, when you had the Unreal Engine thing drop for Fortnite, you had people recreating every map you could imagine. You had people making, of course, Shipment. You had people making Nuketown. You had someone working on a perfect 1-to-1 ratio of Rebirth Island. There was even talk of someone was going to make Verdansk in Fortnite, and that got scrapped as soon as Activision couldn't resist the urge to go, nope, that's our intellectual property, you cannot touch it, you cannot make a map using any of our assets, or make anything that resembles it, otherwise it'll get stricken down. So at this point, it's pretty much a case of Call of Duty, well, more or less Activision going, we're the only ones who can touch this, therefore, no one else can touch anything. My big question is why? We've seen how zombies from Black Ops 3 flourished with all the custom maps that people made. We've seen other games like Halo, which had the Forge, where people were able to create whatever the hell they wanted, and it created longevity for the game because you had the fans keeping the game alive. Where is that with Call of Duty? The answer is, there isn't. There's no area for people to create whatever they want. There's no room for fans to do a fan service to any Call of Duty at this point. We're just stuck with the current game because all the other game servers have died and pretty much gone to hell. To the point where even Activision has shot down their own servers. I mean, look at what happened with Warzone 1, where they tore that apart to force Warzone 2 upon people, to which, let's face it, how many of us are really playing Warzone 2? Versus the fact that some of us are still playing Jedi Survivor, or playing Dead Island 2, or playing Fortnite right now. Yeah. So I want to hear in the comment section down below, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Because, if I'm being honest, I understand why, but I really wish that Activision would take the incentive, maybe even hire a couple of these people, because if they were able to take old stuff and make something like that, it wouldn't hurt to consider if their idea could have bore fruit for them. But, hey, I don't work for Activision, I'm not associated with Activision in any way, shape, or form, thank God. So with that being said, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment down below, as well as click that subscribe button and follow us on our socials. And you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing. Do it wholeheartedly. And this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to click that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers. What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.